Gentlemen, before I let you go, I have to know, are there any other non-divisional games on the Broncos schedule that we should be circling this season?
Well, I think as we've talked about, it's a really difficult home schedule. And when you talk specifically about non-divisional games, you could talk about Tampa, you could talk about New Orleans. Let us not forget Buffalo. Buffalo with one of the best defenses in the AFC last year, and a team that really you could make the case, have beaten Houston in Houston in the playoffs. So I think that's a difficult matchup, and again, a matchup that may be a little bit of a low-scoring game. It's a little later on in the season, so weather could be a factor as well. But I'm looking forward to that one.
Well, I'm following Dave's lead here because I'm thinking AFC East as well, but I'm thinking the Miami Dolphins because of what they've done. The talent that they've assembled on both sides of the ball is fantastic. And will we be seeing Tua Tagovailoa at that time, that real true franchise quarterback for that team? That's going to be very intriguing to see how the Broncos stack up against a very more talented than people think Dolphins team. And then, of course, I'm thinking about that short week with the Jets coming up.
Yeah, I put that number one up. That was for Tua. He's wearing number one. But I don't like a part of this schedule where you have the Falcons coming out of your bye week. I know anybody would love to have a divisional game specifically after your bye week to prepare for, or specifically one within the AFC. But to me, strictly a football fan, getting Drew Brees into Denver for probably the last time. I don't know. We'll have to play a lot longer to play back in Denver again. But this is probably the last time these fans are going to see Drew Brees playing. He hasn't won here as a Saint. He's lost the previous two matchups in 08 and 2012. So I think having Drew Brees, one of the greats, whenever they walk on the field at your home stadium is a pretty interesting and fun environment.
All right, well, now that you guys have seen the ebb and flow of the 2020 schedule, give me your Broncos season record prediction. I'll start. I'm a homer, 16-0, baby.
Like Lane Johnson of the Eagles. Yeah, he tweeted that out.
I think that's a mic drop, and we just fade to black.
Fade to black, baby. James, what do you think?
I'm going to say I think they're going to be 8-8, and that's kind of, I don't know if that means it's a disappointing season. I'd like to see more growth out of this young group than anything. And if they play 8-8, but they play strong down the stretch, I think there should be a lot of excitement for 2021. But I'm saying 8-8.
Yeah, it's how they play, right? Mm-hmm. It's how they play within those games to whether or not we can say disappointed or not. I've got them as 9-7, and that could either go one way or the other. It could go up to 10-6, could go down to 8-8. Sounds about right. And I don't think people are sitting the fence predicting that for the Broncos. I just think that's a true statement of where they are. They're a very exciting young team. They're a team that could, surprise some people this year, not necessarily take the league by storm, but get back in that playoff conversation, be around 500. I've got them 9-7. That could push for a playoff spot.
You think back again to 2015, the last time the Broncos were in the Super Bowl. 12 games in that season were decided by a score or less. They were 10-2 in that season. Got to learn how to win some close games. I am optimistic by nature, so I agree with Cecil, but I'm going to say, as C said, it could go one game either way. I'm going to go the one game with the win. I'm going to say 10-6 and finding a way to claw themselves into the playoffs.
I knew there was a reason why we asked Dave Logan to be on the show this week. Gosh, I love it. 10-6 sounds good, you guys.
Listen, I hope I'm right.
I hope you're right, too. I cannot thank you guys enough for sharing some amazing insight on this upcoming 2020 schedule. And thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. You guys know the drill. Next Monday, we will see you right back here, same time, same place for another edition of Broncos Beat. Have a great week.